speaker and a mind coach, helping you to untrap your mind. In order to elevate your team, your organization, or your business, visit Robert Collins on theuntrappedmind.com or follow him on Instagram at greater7thoughts. That's greater, the number 7 thoughts. Robert Collins says, all success starts with a thought. Now turn that thought into action and go be great.
Good morning, good morning. It is your host, Mr. RC. You have just tuned into the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. As I must remind you, and I tell you every week, boy, I am so grateful that you decided to share your time, 8 o'clock a.m. here on the East Coast, and whatever time it is where you are, 7 a.m. Central, that Midwest, 5 a.m. on that West Coast, Cali love. So today, I have a special guest in the building. Once again, I haven't done this in a while, so it's kind of exciting for me. I have one of my children in the building. Last year, I had my daughter in the building. Now today, I have my middle son, Mr. Trey. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I'm happy to have you on the show today. I wish you were at school, but I'm happy you're on the show today. So, Trey, what are you doing home?
I had a high ankle sprain, so I have to stay home.
And so you end up on a radio show.
Yeah.
What does that make you feel like? What does it feel like to know that right now your voice is being nationally syndicated across the country? Any and everyone that decides to listen to us can.
Regular.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So you don't make it. You don't make it where it puts you feel like you at a high or a low. It's normal for you.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So I'm gonna ask you some questions today since you in here with Dad.
All right.
First question. 7th grade. What are we, 2 or 3 weeks in the school year?
Yeah.
How does it feel so far? What is 7th grade like versus what was 6th grade?
Right now feels kind of the same because first like 2 to 3 weeks we're basically learning our unit same as last year and just getting to know how we're gonna get the flow of things.
So did you have a lot of your friends come back this year, or did they go to different schools? How was that?
Some of them left, some of them stayed.
Were any of your close friends the ones that left?
Some of them.
Okay. Yeah. Do you miss them?
Kind of. I mean, yeah.
He said, yeah. You seem to be acting as if you're kind of bashful already today on the show. So I'm gonna need you to open up and wake up. So Trey, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
I can't choose yet.
You can't choose yet?
Nah.
If you had to choose right now today, what sport would you be professional? If you chose right now today.
I don't know, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
So what sports do you play?
Basketball and football and track.
And what is your position in football?
Defensive end, wide receiver, quarterback, tight end. I basically play all the positions.
You kick?
Yeah, I kick. I play kicker.
All
and
right.
punter.
And punter?
Yeah.
What about field goals? You do that too?
Yeah.
So you're just all over the field.
Yeah.
Use you anywhere, huh?
Yeah, I can't be everywhere at one time though.
Is there a meaning to that part of that statement?
I mean, like, y'all can put me everywhere, but each play I can't really be at a safety event, switch to a defensive end. Like, that's kind of going to be weird. Switch me back and forth.
Okay.
I can do it, though.
You can do it, though?
Yeah.
That's the one time in this conversation that your confidence came out real strong. I could do it, though. So let me ask you this. What do you do on the basketball court? What position you play there?
Small forward, power forward. This year, probably small forward or shooting guard.
You think you're going to be a shooting guard?
I mean, I'm tall for my grade, but since I'm playing varsity, I'm going to be smaller than, like, the guys who are, like, starting and regular. Like, I'm shorter than the average height for the varsity players.
Okay, because there's 8th graders. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. You think you'll start this year?
If I put the amount of work in, and I think I've been putting not the much work in, but I'm getting there. I've been putting a lot of work in lately. But over the summer, I wasn't putting as much effort in that I was supposed to. So that may fall behind a little bit. I may fall behind, but I'm going to get to that status. I'm going to put the work in.
So do you think that by the end of the season you should be starting?
Yeah.
So is that what you mean when you say that you may have fallen behind a little bit, but you'll be able to get there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what stopped you from, and this is good. This is good for all those that are listening. First thing that you have to recognize is that this young man is already paying attention to his own awareness and where he is. A lot of us don't want to take time to actually look at where we are. We want to focus on what everybody else is doing, but we're not looking at ourselves. And so he's already focused on where he has fallen short in the areas that he could have done better. And so I'm hearing him say he's gonna do the work. So you were on the junior varsity last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
You started there.
Yeah.
How did your season go there?
Uh, for the first two games, I only had 1 point and 4 points. But after that, I started averaging like 8. And then in the championship, which was the biggest game, I had 23 points.
And what was the score to that game?
41 our team to 22 the other team. So I have more points for myself than the other team.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big. And so this summer there was some work that you should have put in. Did you put that work in other areas other than basketball? I mean, like, did you put the work in
Yeah.
football? Did you put the work in for you to get faster for track?
I put work in for football because I had conditioning over the summer.
Do you feel like the conditioning for football will translate to basketball?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Because my footwork and being able to run down the court will be, mm, it'll be more smooth for me, especially for track too, because I'll be faster. And if, depending on where my coaches put me, I can have more endurance for what I want to do.
Let's talk about those grades.
Oh, my grades are good. I had a 3.8 GPA last year. This year, our progress report hasn't came out, and I haven't seen my grades, so I don't know what I have right now.
So, do you have a goal for this year's GPA?
Uh, to I want to achieve all A's, but if I don't, I want to achieve AB honor roll and an all A honor roll.
So, I hear you say what you want to do, but then you threw a but if I don't. What's the thing that can stop you?
Myself,
So then why do you include the but?
I don't know.
So what I suggest is, even though you're my son, I suggest this to anyone, is if you believe in yourself, don't give yourself a but. Don't
Right.
give yourself an out for what it is that you're desiring to achieve. You know, one thing that I've been doing here ever since I left the corporate world is to really eliminate the word but out of my vocabulary, or the thoughts of failure out of my mindset. Is really just, and it's not easy, because believe me, it takes the renewing of my mind daily. Actually, I'm working through my Greater Thoughts book right now,
Yeah.
and it tells me don't conform to the ways and the patterns of the world. But so I'm focused on that too right now, son. What I want to say to you though is, when you put but in there, you're now allowing room for doubt in your own mindset.
Mm.
And once you allow doubt to creep in, then it makes it so that those things that are negative, when they happen, you've already planned for them in your mind. Well, I'm gonna tell you, when you have this negative things come in your mind, what I would like for you to do is really focus on how you can overcome that. Instead of it being a loss, make it a learn. You learn from that. You learn from that so that you don't make that same mistake again. So when you say you want to go ahead and get a 4.0 this year, last year you were at a 3.8. The 4.0 is right there at your fingertips. Go ahead and grab it.
Right.
And the work that you notice required, because you were very close last year, you just step it up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
So it's nothing that you can't do. It's definitely something you have the ability to do. It's a matter of if you choose to go after it and grab it. So harness that power that's inside of you and get those straight A's.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Your older brother went off to college.
Mm.
So now you're the big brother around here. There is no big bro. He's gone to school. So you are the big bro. As I see you smile from across the room, how does it make you feel to think that you're the big bro?
I mean, regular.
It's another regular, huh?
Yeah.
This conversation gonna have a lot of regulars in it, huh?
I mean, I'm a big bro around the house, even when my brother is not with us. So it's kind of normal to me having to take that responsibility and to just make sure things around the house are straightened up. So
That's a good way to word it. Let me ask you this, Trey. What is your biggest goal for 2025? Do you have one in your mind yet? We're already halfway through the year, new school's year. Do you have a goal for 2025?
I haven't really thought about my I haven't really thought about my goals for real. I've been trying to see what's ahead of me, and I haven't really made any goals for the year. I've been trying to like work with whatever comes.
Okay. So I'm gonna challenge you to put yourself a goal board up. And what I would say is make it into micro goals. Put your goal board up. We just started the month of September. Have your goal for September. Then do one for October, November, December, and complete the year. And see how fast you accomplish the goals, and make sure you accomplish all of them. And if
Yes.
you don't accomplish one before the month is over, it's not like you died. Just move it to the next month and continue to go after it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, your sister just became class president of sixth grade yesterday or two
Yeah.
days ago. What does that make you feel like? Are you excited to see she says she's gonna make some changes in the school, better lunches, more recess,
Need that.
more one time with the teachers? What do you think about that for the sixth grade? Being that you're seventh grade now, how do you think that would play out?
Uh, I'm happy for her. I also think that would be good because she kind of acts like the president around the house. Uh, and I feel like she will correlate whatever she does will correlate to the sixth grade because people actually listen to her ideas, and most of the time they're actually very good. So I think the sixth grade will be in good hands with her as president.
That's cool. That's cool. Did you run for seventh grade president?
No, I didn't run for anything.
Why not?
Because I really feel like taking that big of a leap with everything that I'm doing in school and outside of school.
That's too many added responsibilities for you right now.
That's what I think.
Okay. Okay. Hey, it's your decision making that, and I'm not judging. I know that a 4.0 is not an easy thing to obtain, but you can do it. And you're an athlete, so you have basketball and football, and those things take a lot of your time and energy. So hey, I understand. Let me ask you this: in your home life, what's one of the things that you really love about being the child of Robert and Angie Collins? It's one of the things that you really love.
Uh, my parents, and I love my room because I can. That's the room where like I can express my feelings. If like something happened earlier in that day, I can just go in my room, like write stuff down, or I can just go in there and go to sleep, or I can just talk to my friends, or just really be myself in that room. That's what I think.
Yeah, or play
Oh yeah,
PlayStation
play my
5.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, you left that one out. That's one of your favorites.
yeah, I
Sitting
forgot
in that gaming chair in that PlayStation 5. So what's one of the things that you wish you could change?
about my house.
About yeah.
Uh,
If the world was up to Trey, what would you change?
in the world.
No, here at home.
Oh, in the.
We'll go to the world next, but let's talk about the house.
Oh, I haven't thought about that. What's one thing I would change? Probably having a room. I'll probably change one of the rooms to like being a prayer room.
The prayer room.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So
That's
we can
cool.
go in there, have time for God. And if we want to talk about God, we can bring one of our family members in there, or we can have little study lessons so we can get closer with God. That's one thing I'll change.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So your brother is not here. He's in school.
Yeah.
So I wanna make sure that I say this to you right now. Anytime, and I mean anytime, that you want to escape, I guess, away and go and have your free time with God, go downstairs and use your brother's room. It's on the other side of the house. It's you'll be by yourself. And if you want to take somebody in there or ask someone to come in there with you, call them in there.
All right.
That's amazing, son. I'm proud of you. Mm, that warms your dad's heart, man. That's pretty dope. So now, speaking on that, if you could change something in the world change, what change are you making?
World hunger.
World hunger.
I'll change world hunger because the problem is a lot of people are starving to death because they don't have the supply of food. And what I'll probably do is places that don't have a lot of food, I'll probably like set up different stations, and I'll probably have like, if I could change it, I'll probably have like factories produce enough amount of food and then ship food to the places where they don't have a lot of supply of food, and then people can just like go up and get some food. And then I think that will solve a lot of people from dying because that's a big thing. That's a key factor in the world because if a lot of people are in need, that's lives that are lost and people that you love, you wouldn't want to lose them. So that's what I think is important to me and what I would change in the world.
That's cool, Trey. I'll tell you, I saw something on Instagram, son, a couple weeks ago. Hadn't really talked much about it, but it talked about the front yard in houses, right?
Hmm?
Everybody's got a front yard on our block, right?
Yeah.
But what it was talking about was front yards weren't always a thing. It used to be where people would have, fruit and vegetables growing in their front yard.
Mm.
So could you imagine if this block had, like, next door had an apple tree, the house next to that had a pear tree, house next to that had grapes. You could have
Yeah.
orange tree. Like every house in their front yard had, trees,
Yeah.
fig tree. I love fig Newtons, right?
Yeah.
So a fig tree. Every house would have whatever it is that they wanted to plant in their front yard. There would How do you think that would help hunger?
I think that ooh, I think that will help hunger because if you know somebody who doesn't really have food or that can't eat, you can probably invite them over and probably share some of your food with them so that they can eat.
Or just think about this: if somebody was hungry, they just walk down the block and
And
just grab an apple off one tree, an orange off another tree.
yeah, that
You
would be
know,
cool.
that would be cool. Maybe that's something you could start getting people to do again. You never know, like, what you can inspire, man. You have a mind that's amazing and is capable of all types of things. And maybe that's one of the things that you could start bringing back is that, instead of putting just shrubbery right in front of your house, you have trees in your yard.
Yeah,
Why not it be an apple tree? Maybe that's something that you should start bringing back to the world.
it's a good idea.
Yeah. So I saw that on Instagram the other day and found it pretty interesting.
Mm.
So let me ask you this. This is the big one. Got a girlfriend?
No,
Huh?
no.
No. Why
Mm.
not?
I mean, y'all won't let me have one, so
Do you want a girlfriend?
not right now.
Are you focused on something else?
Uh, focus on life, grades, and sports.
That's a good decision.
I don't really focus on girls. Nah.
That's a good decision. Listen, the women will be there, and you just have to be smart enough to get the right one. Choose wisely when you choose your girlfriend when you have one. Okay,
Yeah.
take your time, choose wisely. So Trey, man, this has really been an exciting thing. I want to break for a moment, play some music. What would you like to hear?
Uh, I would like to hear "Man in Charge" by my brother, The Real Truth.
Let's go to it. We'll be right back.
Hey, 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 I don't do no drugs, little baby, I'm clean. Rock out in fashion, yeah, that's my thing. When I say roll up, I ain't talking about weed. And Trey, that's my brother, we making a scene. You can't tell me the truth, you don't wanna be me. And I say it out loud, I don't care if it's me. If you ask me for proof, I'ma show you the deed. I'm the man in charge, I be pulling the strings. Like, what do you mean? I don't care who's there, I'm going for 3. Just tell me the fee. I'm saying I'm him, I can get anything. If they knew my truth, tell me what would they think. These late night talks getting mad and sing. All by myself, no wedding ring. Don't hurt my soul and say it's a prank. Don't do what you do, expecting a thing. Like, what is you want? I've been moving too tack for too long. Like, what would they think when they come step into a king? Like, come to my plate, I already ate. Don't test me, you might not make it. Man, trust me, I got range. I was a young kid going insane. I remember back when we was in the back end. Back then, they wanna call us a backend. Back when teach couldn't stop me from rapping. Back of the bus, they was calling us crackheads. Now I get anything that I want. Now I get on stage and I stunt. Now I'm still not happy, I can't even front. I think to myself that it's still not enough.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You have just tuned into the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I know you could be doing anything in the world, but you right here today with me and my boy Trey.
Yeah.
Trey, what's happening?
What's up?
Yes, that's my middle son, Trey. He's with us today. And we're just chopping it up, some father and son time. He's home from school. He tore up his ankle playing basketball, and his mom was extremely nice to him and let him miss a day of school. But the doctor said he back tomorrow and he go get on that elevator. So he'll be back to school tomorrow. Trey,
Yes.
Man in Charge. That's the song you had us listening to. You feel like you the man in charge?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. So your brother's music, you're a big fan of his music?
Yeah.
Is it because he's your brother, or do you just like the music?
A little bit of because he's my brother. Like, that's a little bit. But his music I like because he expresses his feelings and what he thinks, and also it's just his songs are nice. That's what I think.
Do you rap as well?
Not really. I freestyle with them, like, just for fun. I don't really make songs, but my brother does.
Do you sing?
No.
Okay. Do you dance?
To songs. But
You know, all like the TikTok dances and all that stuff?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Trey,
Yes, sir.
you know, what's a good question you have for your dad? I know you're not thinking about that, but what's the question you have for me? I'll let you get a couple of questions in.
If there was one thing you could change in this house, what would it be?
One thing I
Question
can
is
change in the house.
Yeah.
One thing I would change in this house. Do you mean in regards of the structure of the house, or like something that goes on in the house?
Whatever you want it to be.
So if I could change anything in the house, what I would do first, and I may do it. I've been thinking about it for quite a while. Is I might expand our kitchen, and then over the top of the kitchen make a balcony, so that I could come out of my bedroom onto the balcony, which would, overlook the backyard.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that I've definitely been considering. And you don't know it, but last week I had a guy here to come and look at expanding the driveway, so you guys could have more space for basketball.
That would be cool.
So that is one of the two things, I guess I should say, or those are the two things that I've been looking at. I've also been considering getting an in-ground pool. So
yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. I got to get rid of that trampoline first. I'm tired of looking at the trampoline in the backyard. You guys still use it, but I think we're getting to the point where if we had a pool, it would get more use than the trampoline.
Yeah.
What's another question?
If you could write, when or if you would write another book, what would the topic be?
That's a good one, Trey. So there is another book. It's on the way. I am actually actively working on it, and I will actually share some insight about the new book with you. So if you're an avid listener, I won't be talking about this anymore. But there's a book on the way. The next book is called The Greater Marriage.
Mm.
And the greater marriage is really going to be, to the male and the female, the husband and the wife. And this book, marriage is an acronym.
Yeah.
And I won't go into too many details because I need the listeners to go get the book and read the book.
Yeah.
But the M in marriage is going to be about the mission of a marriage.
Mm.
The A is going to be about alliance. You have to have an allegiance to the marriage, to the two of you,
Yeah.
and to God. The R is going to be resilience. In order for a marriage to work, son, you have to be resilient, and it's not a thing that you can just pick and choose when you're going to be resilient. You have to remain resilient. Respect. The
Respect.
Bible tells the
Always.
woman to respect their husband, and so that's going to be a more of a chapter for the wives. Then there's going to be intimacy,
Ooh.
and that's mind, body, and soul. Listen, you're talking about some woo. So intimacy, and then agape. Do you know the word agape?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, so agape is a type of love, and it's the type of love that God has for us. Well, the type of love that God has for us is also the same way I look at love when we talk about a man and a woman, because the Bible tells us that two become one flesh.
Yep.
So if you and your wife become one, the way you love yourself is the same way you have to love your spouse. And
That's
so that's agape. Then the G is for grace. Because let me tell you something.
right.
One thing about marriage is nobody's perfect.
Nope.
The wife is not perfect, and neither is the husband. The husband is not perfect, and neither is the wife. And because of that, you have to have grace. You have to remember and not forget that the other person does have your best interest. And the last letter of marriage is E, and that's equality. You have to look at each other as equals. Women have different roles, men have different roles. Your marriage is going to place you into a role, and that's a conversation that the husband and the wife have to have. And a lot of people don't have it. It's a relationship you got to have before you get married, and not just assume that the other person is going to just fall into place of the role that you see them in, or that they see themselves in. You have to have that conversation and then understand that we're doing this together.
Yeah.
We're equal. Even though the word tells us, that the woman is the lesser vessel, it's not meaning that she's lesser of a person than you
Mm.
as a man. And so equality is what that is. It's a good question. So that's gonna be the next book. I'm excited about that book because there's some big things on the horizon. There's some big things on the horizon that are um, gonna really make some changes some in my life, in your life, our lives. So I'm really excited about the next book. One thing that your dad has really learned to do and embrace, and this is what I was gonna say a little bit ago, is leaning not into my own understanding, but continuing all the time to ask God to direct my path, so that when I travel a road, even if there's stumbling blocks, or even if the Lord closes a door, I don't allow that to stop me or hinder me from still moving forward, because I know God is still directing my path.
That's good.
Good question. Good question. You got one more?
Um. Um. I already know you have one, but if you could start another business, what would that business be?
Ooh. So the next business, I honestly don't know. I hadn't thought about that. That's hey, looking forward. You know how much I love cars, right?
Yeah.
I love the old school cars more than the new school cars. And I always like to think, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. My old school worth more than your new school. And
Mm.
so I would like to put a business together, start a business that helps people bring their old school into new school. I have a child by the name of Trey that drew a picture when he was, about 4 or 5 years ago, drew a picture and it says Rob's Customs. And so maybe I would start Rob's Customs, find some people that are very good in their craft
Yeah.
and help them to grow their business, but also help me grow my business. And we come together to put something together that allows people to bring their old schools to us, leave them maybe a year or so, and then in a year they get their old school looking like a new school, running like a new school. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So I appreciate your time today, Trey. And, to all the listeners, please join us again next Thursday at 8 a.m. But before I leave you, I must remind you, all success starts with a thought. Take those thoughts and turn them into action.
And go be great.
Amen. See you next Thursday.
In the mirror, face the truth, I see the shadows play. This was about pushing my dreams away. Worries creeping by me, feeling so confined. But in this journey, I'm crafting a stronger mind. Rise above the noise, let positivity reign. Each step I take, I conquer fear and pain. Greater thoughts echo through my mind. Uplifted, I soar, leaving shadows behind. Each word I speak, transforming my fate. In this untrapped mind, I am truly great. Daily affirmations, I'm speaking life to my soul.